I ain't bothered.
What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at @6th_element_comic. We do live auctions, live claim sales. I rock with Tooth and Claw, hit animated television series. Scotty Young joint, blowing up fast. X23. So this is dope, man. All right, so this is beautiful. All right, y'all. I'm looking at it. That's 1 minute and 30 seconds of intro. I gotta shave it down. But you know what though? It gives people time to get in. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first start the intros and the countdown, there's nobody in the room. But by the time it's done, there's always a couple people that have come in. So I kind of like that aspect. And I guess the first 30 seconds is the countdown. So it's 1 minute intro, 30-second countdown. But I got a new intro. Shout out to my man X-Man Last Comics. Made me the phenomenal intro, hip hop and comics. He got the Nas sample on there with Miles in the background. Like it's crazy. It's dope. I mean, he really hooked it up. So definitely gonna incorporate that soon. But this is Sixth Element of Hip Hop. I am Reno Noir. This is my co-host Stu Dog and Spadeonomics. What's up, guys?
What's going on, fellas?
Chilling. And you know what? Spade, I'm sorry. Right before I hit the intro, I knew you was about to say something. I noticed you was about to say something, and I've cut you off.
Oh, we was talking about the Spider-Man thing, but since we DC
today,
we go DC today. We'll get to Spider and Marvel another day, but we're DC today.
That's right. Shout out Lito's Way in the building. What's good, brother? Yeah, let me shit. Well, all right, man. Somebody, if one of you guys want to start it off, I gotta grab my phone. I got my thing in my phone. I'll be right back.
Let's kick it off with Young Justice Phantoms.
Right.
It's dope.
I haven't been able to check out the new Young Justice yet. I can say not for not having it, just lack of time to be able to watch it.
I get it, but it's dope. It is definitely worth watching. I mean, we had those first 2 seasons, and the second one, Invasion, was really good. And it got canceled because of a toy line, because the toys weren't selling. But people were like, yeah, and that was the dumbest deal they could have ever made, because the cartoon was literally soaring.
It was like the cartoon was selling itself, man. Because I know, like, a lot of my geek friends here, it's like we would get up on Saturday mornings like kids and watch Young Justice, or whenever it would air, like, yo, man, we want to check out Young Justice. We call or text each other. You watch this episode? You watch this? Like, yo, man, you got to check this out. So for them to, like you said, man, cancel it because the toy line wasn't doing good, it's just like, yeah, but like we always say, comic books ain't being bought by 19-year-old kids. They're being bought by 30, 40-year-old adults.
40-year-old adults. That's true. True. And they canceled it because of that.
And it's kind of like the action figures are the same way. And it's like you want to say, well, okay, well, the toy line's not moving, so we need to cancel the series. No, you keep on with the series because people watch it. We might not always have money to buy action figures or collectibles, but I guarantee if you want to watch your favorite program, you're going to budget your money to watch your favorite program.
And when you bring out the DVD set, we're going to definitely go buy it.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think that toy line wise, they should have got with McFarlane and brought out a better line of toys. I've never seen the toys for that series ever. I don't know where they are, or who
Yeah, I
did
didn't
them.
see. Maybe that's why they
I
failed. They
never
didn't put
saw
them
them.
out.
Right
That's
now,
what the
the
toys
stuff they're
failed.
You
Nobody
putting
in a
ever
out.
whole lot
saw
of
it.
places.
Right, I've never seen the toy line for that show. They
That's what
said
I
it
got
was
on
Hold,
one.
before.
hold on 1 second. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
bring
saw
it
one?
out.
You got one. Please.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never seen the toy line for that show. But Injustice Fandoms is doing very well. It's very good. I've been watching it. I'm just as wrapped up in it as I was in Invasion.
That is
Oh, that's one
Aquaman.
of them. Oh, yo, and that's pretty dope. Like that's not bad.
okay. It's not. They're
Yeah,
not. They don't like articulate, right? Like, oh yeah, I guess they do. Yeah, I see all the joints.
yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
not a
Let
bad.
me. Let me.
Yeah, I like that Aqualad. I would have bought
Let's
that
see it.
had I seen it.
Okay. Yeah, you got all the joints. You got the elbows and the knees and the wrists and yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh wow, he's got like a surfboard. What is that? It's a wave and shit.
It's like yeah, it's a wave actually, man. You can you know how he conjures up, you know, the water and everything. So you can actually stick that on one of his weapons, and actually has one here that's like a hammer and an axe.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that he made out of
Oh, it's
water.
like
He
out of
makes out of
water.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
makes that out of water. Yeah, that's
So no,
dope,
no,
bro.
they didn't make a whole lot of them, and I mean, you see on the back of 'em, right there the lines that some of the figures that they had.
Right.
Oh wow. Mm. Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
could have did a better
it's
job. Yeah.
it's like they wasn't available everywhere. Didn't just find them like you did like a new 52 Justice League or you know something like that, man.
Yeah, I have a couple of those now. Yeah, yeah,
And
like
then it's
these.
like
Like, yeah. No, go ahead, Speak. You good.
I was like, and then
No.
it's like you know when you have stores like KB Toys or Toys R Us and they close them
Right.
down. Like, well, where in the world do you expect to find these things? Walmart and Target don't carry them like that.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if they're not putting them out, of course they're gonna
It's
fail because
like
don't
these
nobody
guys.
know where to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
those
these guys. Like you see these all over the place.
are everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, had they brought these out we would have we'd have been better off. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I guarantee
McFarlane.
you, Stewie, if McFarlane and them they reissue Young Justice toys under that line, everything like those toys gonna take off, and the show gonna even get more popular because people will start wanting to see it
Yep.
based on
Yeah,
the toys.
yeah, because Cartoon Network just canceled the show. It was just done.
Yeah, they just
Like we were
dropped
like, yeah. Right, and it was because of the toy line.
it. Hmm.
The deal was that as long as the toys sold, the cartoon was to be made, and the toys didn't sell, so they canceled the cartoon.
Hmm. That is man.
Time of Onyx, salute. Yeah, so I mean, I was upset about it
Look,
because
Diamond,
Invasion was just so well, it was just so well done. Um, it was just, I mean, there's nothing bad you can say, and everybody loved it. And then we were
mhm.
like, all right, we were like, all right, where's the rest? Like, we were like, all right, what's like, just done, done. So the new story arc is good with Phantoms. Um, I don't want to spoil it if anybody wants to see it, but watch it. And maybe, matter of fact, I give you guys a week, and then we'll just talk about it next week. So it's good. It's really good, man. It's really good, and it'll really have you hooked if you watch it.
No,
So check
What
out
is it?
Young Justice
Oh, yeah,
Phantoms.
the Phantom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not had a chance.
Well, there's
Young
two.
Justice
There's
was a great show, a
yeah,
great concept with it, and the way they did it. I mean, it's like you knew some of the DC history that went down. If you already knew, you know, it wasn't really many gaps to fill in, and if you didn't know, they pseudo filled it in, but not like okay, well, we're gonna waste not necessarily waste time, but waste time telling all this stories. Just like, nope, we're gonna get this story going because y'all already know Justice League story. You already know the big three story. So this is the young sidekick story.
Right. How many seasons Young Justice got now?
Is it
Four now. Four. This is the fourth
four?
season. Yeah, yeah. They did another season last year, and they're doing
Mm-hmm.
Phantoms this year. I forgot what the other one was called. Last year was Invasion, and I think it was called Fusion or something like that. It was something crazy, but it was pretty good. It started off kind of slow, but it ended pretty well. I was alright with the way it ended. So,
Yeah, I haven't got to see any of them.
bro, they're great. Oh, bro, they're great. You gotta watch them.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. You
Yeah,
gotta watch them.
you gotta check out Injustice. If I tell anybody, if you were a fan of the Justice League cartoons in the early 2000s, you'll like this show.
Yeah,
And
Young
it's
Justice
like
Phantom showrunner confirmed season 4 is completely finished in production. Phantoms season 4.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching them illegally. So
You watching them on
He's illegally watching.
yeah, I'm watching them illegally. So there's a
bootleg.
couple. Yeah, there's a couple of episodes up there now, and I have thoroughly enjoyed what I have saw. So
We're
hats
gonna
off to DC
we're
Universe on that.
we're gonna get like Men in Black and neuralize everybody so they forget that comment right there. About you watching it illegally. Like yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not. Listen, if it's in the air, listen. In the United States, if it's in the air, it's really not illegal. If I was in Europe, yeah, but if it's out there, it's out there. That's the law I passed a few years back, and I'm loving it. And so,
yeah, they're on
I'll
HBO
take
Max
it.
now. All right, so
Yeah,
what's the difference in just Young Justice and Young Justice Phantoms? What does it mean, Phantoms?
Phantoms.
Like, there was a Young Justice show, right, already before that, and then now it's Phantoms.
Right. I think it's just one is to separate the seasons because remember you had the first one. The first one was just Young Justice, and it was just like pretty much introducing everybody.
Right.
So there's only one season of Phantoms.
Yes.
Like Phantoms is just going to be season 4.
Right.
Yes. Right.
Okay. So 3 was something else, and 2 was something else. Right.
Right. 2. Right. Each season had a different motif. Like you know what I mean? Like you had Phantoms, and you got all that, but it's just to separate the season so you know what's what.
Season 1, if I'm not mistaken, that's when they had like a Blue Beetle, and you had all these different type of scarabs because you had a green beetle, a black beetle, and they were all trying to like take over. That was
Invasion. That was Invasions.
Yeah,
that
there
was
you
Invasions.
go. Yeah, so season 2 was Invasion. So season 3, like you said, it had a subtitle too. 4 is Phantom. So it's just like the subtitle, kind of the subject of the season, if you will.
3 was Outsiders, right?
Outsiders was 3. Yeah, Phantoms is 4.
Yeah. It doesn't say what 2 and 1 was though. It's weird.
2 was Invasion.
Like you said, was Invasion. And 1
the first one was just Young Justice. It had no title, no nothing. It was just Young Justice. And season 3,
the first 2 were epic.
They were epic, bro. They were. I mean, one of my favorite episodes. There was one where they had Kid Flash had to run across the country and transport a heart. It was a girl. Yeah, the girl was getting a heart transplant, and Vandal Savage and them were trying to stop him.
Yep.
So that Vertigo, because if the girl died, Vertigo became king of that country. Yeah, and it was good, bro. It was a good episode, man. It was on point, man.
It was Young Justice, I would say, more than any DC cartoon series, even like Batman and Superman animated series. This one is really, it tugs at your heart. I mean, it's emotionally, it has a lot of heart in it. It's emotionally driven. As far as for being a cartoon, like man, you ain't gonna find nothing that you kind of get emotionally invested in more than this.
Nah, you won't. But I will tell you one thing. That was a good season, bro. I like the way it ended. Everything. I mean,
y'all gonna make me watch this shit tonight,
bro. It was, bro.
You probably gonna
could do it.
The hell out of it, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, you had.
Yeah.
It was so much. You know what I liked about Invasion? There was so much DC lore packed into it.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't even funny, bro. You had Black Manta, Beast Boy,
Mm-hmm.
Blue Beetle. You had Tim Drake. You had Bumblebee. You
Yep.
had Lagoon Boy. Like I've never seen Lagoon Boy outside the comic books. Period.
You see
Point blank.
Lagoon Boy in this series.
Yeah, and he was in there getting it. I was like, yo, Lagoon Boy. And he didn't have what's up, what's going on here, Red Comics.
Hood
He didn't
Rat
have
Comics.
like a minor role. Yeah, he didn't have a minor role. He was getting it. Like I
Yeah.
was like, okay. And I was like, all right. And they actually tell you the origin of Beast Boy. They actually go into subtly, they tell you how Beast Boy was made.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't know he had a blood transfusion from Martian, Miss Martian, and that's how he was able to change
Ah,
into different. And that's why the beasts are always green. Like everything he changed
right.
into is green.
I was always
But
wondering what was that about? Yeah, the why is green,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And she had
So
basically particular episode Stu was talking about. She had to basically morph herself into human to give him blood to
and
save his
blood.
life.
ah, right, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
and the side effect was he was able to morph into just about any animal he wanted. But
Yep.
that's
Right.
about all he can do. He can do animal shapes. He just can't. He can't do anything else like she can. Like she can
Dinosaurs,
turn into.
whatever.
Right. Yeah. So hence Beast Boy. But they even there's in fan. I think it's not Phantoms. Outsiders. They go to Mars, and Beast Boy changes into a Martian, like some Martian animal. But because he has the DNA, it's kind of like linked with his. He can like listen to them telepathically without being linked. Like Miss Martian will usually link them.
Mm-hmm.
He can actually listen to them without being linked, and they go into being on a planet. And right now, the Martians are having it's kind of like a protest against some of the things that are going on with Earth, and Martian Manhunter is broadcasting TV shows to Mars for them to watch, and a lot of them are starting to get real influenced by life on Earth, and they're trying to emulate it. And then you got the group of Martians that don't want it, so
Right.
it's like a little bit of controversy, but it's good, bro.
Well,
It's
yeah.
good, man. You gotta
Oh,
watch it.
yeah.
Gotta watch
So
it.
he could turn into now. Could he turn into? I wonder. Could he turn into Earth animals while he's on Mars, or he could only turn into animals from the planet that he's on at the time?
No, you can turn to any animal he wants anywhere.
Okay, so he could. So he can turn into aliens and shit when he's on Earth.
Yeah, if he wanted to, yes. An
I,
alien
I
type
would
animal.
I would say he
Never,
could do that, but it'd probably be more around the, for lack of a better term, the atmosphere he's in.
because
Because
if he right, because if he becomes a lion on Mars where they can't breathe, then right,
mhm.
That would
That's
be
what
better
I would
for him,
do.
right?
maybe.
Yeah. Because I know when they
That's
were
kind of
on.
how I interpret it is like, all right, if he's on Mars, he can turn into a Martian or whatever Martian alien is there. And when
Right,
he's on Earth, of course, natural Earth creatures. So,
right,
but
right.
it's like you said, it's up for interpretation because who's to say he wouldn't be able to turn into an Earth lion on Mars or vice versa? Maybe it's just something he wasn't able to tap into at the time, or maybe it's just like I said earlier, just the atmosphere he's in, the
Right.
Right,
environment.
right. Well,
True.
When they were on Rand, he turned into different Earth animals and kept it moving. Like so,
Right.
Mhm.
yeah. So we know it's not just limited to Earth. Um, and he doesn't go. As far as I know, he hasn't been to Rand much. But when he was there in the cartoon, he turned into like I think a lion or a cheetah or something like that,
Okay.
or a
Yeah, I
bird or
think
something.
about it.
Yeah, yeah. It was something like, and they were fighting Martians on Rand, but not Martians, but the Randians. But
So is Shazam or Black Adam? Are they Young Justice characters? I mean, is like Black Adam one of their villains that they fight a lot?
no,
No.
it
No.
was something different every week. It was a different because you had Sportsmaster on there. Sportsmaster
Mhm.
is dope. You had Cheshire. It was a lot, bro. They were villains every new heroes every week, but it
What
all just fit together.
Sportsmaster?
Like
What's
the
he?
story just kept driving. Sportsmaster is
Oh,
like Bloodsport, but
is he like Craven or
he
something?
uses
Oh, he's
nah. He uses
like a
he's like
boxer.
Bloodsport, but he
He's
uses
boxing.
he uses like
Like
sports
baseball
based
bats, like
weapons,
sports
baseball
stuff.
bats,
Yeah.
hockey sticks. Yeah, he got
Oh,
hockey
he's like
pucks.
Casey Jones or
Like
something,
Casey
right?
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like Casey Jones, but he uses more than just hockey sticks.
That's
Like
funny.
Mhm.
Sportsmaster will pull out a bat on you.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
He'll have an
KC pull out
explosive
that
ball. You
golf
know,
club, all of that. Yeah,
yeah, he'll have a golf club. Like a Sportsmaster is dope, and his
that's funny.
daughters are Cheshire and Artemis.
That's
And
so DC.
Artemis, why you said,
So
why you said,
DC.
whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
just how
whoa.
they do. They no, that's what they that's it's very it's very characteristically DC to do that. Like they're very on the nose with their characters. Like I'm surprised the name wasn't Sportsman.
Nah, I was Sportsmaster.
You know what I'm
Nah, I
saying?
was
That's
Sportsmaster.
just how
Nah.
DC do. That's super gimmicky, like Lito's way said.
Yeah,
Super gimmicky.
yeah, Lawrence
That's cool.
Lawrence Croc. Lawrence Crusher Croc. The
That's funny
Sportsmaster for
because G.I. Joe got Croc Master. I'm just saying we putting the
right.
links together. We put
That's
Young
Right.
Justice
And then he
mocks DC Captain Marvel Shazam struggle. Young Justice recently acknowledged the complications wrought by the Captain Marvel Shazam naming controversy and how they affect Mary Marvel. The following will contain spoilers, guys, for season 4's episode 9, Undo for Young Justice. Season 4 addressed the question of how is it handling the Captain Marvel Shazam naming controversy, which was brought about by the complicated copyright feud between DC Comics and Marvel Comics. It did this by introducing the Young Justice version of Mary Marvel as an apprentice of Zatanna and referencing her complicated past as a superhero. This past was made even more complicated by Mary being unable to say what her superhero name had been for some unspecified reason, in what it was clearly a clever nod to the show not wanting to mention their parent company's chief rival. The controversy surrounding the get out of here. The name from the show called Shazam is okay. They want to block it with an ad, so I can't read that part. But anyway, Captain Marvel was originally created for Fawcett Comics in 1940. I did not know that because you got Captain Marvel DC, you got Captain Marvel Marvel, you got Captain Marvel. Yeah, so there's been several Captain Marvels. Fawcett Comics, 1940, came to be owned by DC Comics following a lawsuit claiming Captain Marvel was a clear ripoff of Superman. DC Comics tried to start publishing new Captain Marvel stories, only to discover that Marvel Comics had copyrighted the name Captain Marvel for their own use before DC did. And this led to an agreement between the two companies that DC Comics could continue to publish comics featuring the original Captain Marvel character and could use the Captain Marvel name, but they couldn't use the name Captain Marvel in any book titles or logos. This led to an entire generation thinking that the classic Captain Marvel's code name was Shazam, which was the name of the wizard who gave Billy Batson the power to
yes, it is.
Marvel.
Yes,
Right, by
Shazam is his name. Yes,
so his name is not Shazam. His name is Captain Marvel.
Captain
Rather
Marvel.
than
Yeah.
fight it, but DC Comics retconned the character's history in 2012 and started calling Billy Batson's alter ego Shazam. So he literally was Captain Marvel until 2012 by law. But the controversy created some questions for Young Justice, which featured Billy Batson using the Captain Marvel name in the first 2 seasons. The character was credited as Shazam in the one episode of Young Justice season 3 in which he had a speaking role, Triptych, but his name was not said during the episode. The series finale addressed the issue in Young Justice season 4, episode 9, Odd New, which introduced the Earth 16 version of Mary Bromfield, aka Mary Marvel, as one of Zatanna's apprentices. The episode revealed that Mary was trying to find a way to express her magic powers as magic spells rather than using her magic to enhance her body as she had in the past. When one of Zatanna's other students, Khalid Nassour, asked Mary what Zatanna had meant when she said, "You're still thinking too much like a superhero," Mary started to explain that she used to be a superhero called Sergeant, but then cut herself off before she could say the word Marvel. Her original superhero code name had been Sergeant Marvel in the comics. Mary then tried to explain that she had the power of Shazam, but had to cut herself off again before she said the name of the wizard Shazam and caused herself to lose her powers. Embarrassed, Mary admitted she couldn't actually say the name herself, allowing Zatanna's third apprentice, 13, to mockingly whisper the name Shazam for her. While this was all played for laughs and doubled as a reference to a running gag from the comics where Captain Marvel Jr. couldn't say his own name as he had to say the name Captain Marvel to activate his powers, it was also a clever way to tiptoeing around the question of what name Billy Batson is using during the reality of Young Justice now. It seems that not only has Billy adopted the Shazam name on Earth 16, but that the show's producers aren't taking any chances using the name from DC Comics' business rival. Of course, this hasn't stopped them from referencing their marvelous competitor in other ways, such as by parodying Spider-Man with the evil Black Spider.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that. Who's Black Spider?
It's like a character that they just kind of made up but like you said, basically a rip off of Spider-Man.
Right.
There are others. I got a Justice League book from the first run of Rebirth. They got a character in there called Red Lion, who is a ripoff of Black Panther. So they parody each other's companies. They parody each other's characters a lot. But the Captain Marvel thing, I knew that like when there's one episode in Young Justice where they were trying to create a new member or induct a new member. Let me say it like that. And Black Canary or somebody asked, well, what about Captain Marvel? And somebody says, isn't he like 10 years old? So wouldn't he be with the teenagers? But clearly he's in his adult form. So like there lies the difference. Like, okay, are we going to induct him in the Justice League? Or is he going to be in Young Justice? Because technically he is a kid. But when he fight, he's an adult.
He's an adult. When he's a superhero, he's an adult.
But they also, because they also had to address the fact of him being in the Justice League, and when they did, because I think in the first season they didn't know that he was a kid.
Right.
He didn't tell him either. Right. He didn't tell him. He kept his joint on the wrap. The only way they found out was there's an episode where they took away all the adults in the world and all the kids were, and Captain Marvel was the only one he could walk between the two. So even when he changed into Shazam, like he would say Shazam, but he would be where all the adults was in the demonic, in the alternate dimension that they were sent to. And then when he would say Shazam again, he would go back as a kid and be Billy Batson. So he couldn't change and use his powers, but he was transferring messages between the two so that they could fight. They could fight off the evil and generate a different spell and get all the adults back. But that's how they figured out in the cartoon that he was a kid, and only the kid. And for a while, only the Young Justice knew, like the young teenagers from Young Justice. They were the only ones that knew, and then they finally just was like, "We'll keep it under wraps." But nobody knew Billy Batson was a kid for a while. And Superman used to be like, "Yo, why is he acting like a kid all the time?" But he was an adult. But he just right. He would get mad and just storm off, But he was still a kid, even though he was an adult.
Right.
But they even had an episode where they fought, and Billy Batson actually almost beat him. But I just hate the way they make Superman, kind of get him, because like Black Adam, if Black Adam has the power to act, Black Adam's actually taken on the whole Justice League and actually almost won. Like that's how powerful he is. So Shazam is equally as powerful. Captain Marvel is equally as powerful. Even Superman just said it. Yeah.
But my point being is Superman ain't no dummy either.
No, he's not.
I know a lot of people are like, well, he ain't the smartest Batman and blah, blah. And I'm like, I want to say, yeah, he might not be as inventive as Batman. But I think he is as smart because I'm like,
he's smart, but not as, I would say clever, Steve. He's not as clever as Batman. Because Batman will come up, Batman comes up with some real, Batman comes up with some real clever ways of beating, right? If he can't beat you physically, he gonna beat you mentally. One of the two, Batman's gonna get you.
Also, again,
I've never seen Superman do no bumbling idiot shit. You know what I mean? I've never seen Superman do no.
No, Super's not dumb. Super's not dumb.
He's not like a jock.
He's not a moron.
You know what I mean? He's not like a dumb jock.
But see, my point being is like when him and Shazam fight, and oftentimes I've read in books, he outsmarts him. Because
he does. Because he's a kid.
Billy Batson is still a kid, and
he's still a kid, right?
Full-grown adult,
right? But he can't outsmart
Superman. Right, when he fights Shazam, right?
Yeah,
right. That's the only way he wins. Yes,
because Shazam, he's a 10-year-old kid in a full-grown body, right?
Right.
Mentally, but is he like a prodigy? Is he supposed to be like
No,
the super? No, he's a 10-year-old
he was
dumbass.
worthy. He was worthy to accept the power of Shazam.
Right.
Right.
Where the wizard just couldn't find anybody that was worthy to accept it, and
So
then
he
he
had to
found
go to
Billy
a 10-year-old
Bastion.
because
Not
adults
really
are
a
worse.
10 year. It didn't matter. No, it didn't matter
Oh,
who it was. Billy
okay.
Bastion was the person that he found to accept the power to take on the responsibility because what happened, Black Adam had made him lose faith in humanity. Because once Black Adam was given the power, he pretty much abused it and used it for
Right.
his own, his own whim.
Yeah,
So the,
because
the
he was
wizard
originally supposed to be the
Shazam
champion.
banished him. Right. He couldn't take the power away, so he banished him. And Black
Mm-hmm.
Adam killed all the other wizards. When you look at the council, there's supposed to be a council of wizards. Black Adam has killed
Right.
them all except for the wizard
Except
Shazam,
for one.
except for one. So the wizard Shazam banished him 1,000 years into space. So Black Adam had to fly back to Earth. It took him 1,000 years to fly back to Earth. When he finally got back, he had already found a successor,
New
which was
champion.
Captain Marvel, a new champion, which is Captain Marvel. Superman has a very hard time fighting Black Adam because Black
Yeah.
Adam is an adult, like Spade said. So he got to really be on his P's and Q's when he fights him.
And then just like we know Black Adam and Shazam's powers are magic based, so that makes them just as strong, if not stronger, than Superman because he's vulnerable to magic.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Black Adam being, basically ruthless, is like he ain't gonna pull no punches. Where
No,
Right.
Superman
no. With
might kind of
Shazam,
have mercy on Shazam because he's like, oh man, I'm actually fighting a kid. But
Yeah.
Black Adam is
right,
like, no, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
right. And so that's yeah. And Shazam also, Superman once said in a comic a few years back. I have the comic. I gotta dig it out for y'all. Where he said that Captain Marvel is actually stronger than. He's like, but he doesn't know it. He said Captain
Hmm.
Marvel doesn't know that he's actually stronger than me. Like he actually got me hands down, but he don't know it. And he said the exact words that is that Captain Marvel doesn't utilize his powers to its full potential. And if he did,
Because
it
he's
would
10.
be a problem.
Okay,
Right? It would
so
be a problem
Because he's a kid.
now
because he's a kid.
In Marvel Comics, Spider-Man was originally a high school kid.
Hmm.
Right.
But over the years, he's grown up to college and then moved out. He's become a grown. Is Billy Batson always 10? Has he grown up? I mean, is he going to grow up? Like, what's going on here? Shouldn't
I
he
would
be
say
in his
he
20s at least by now?
should, but they haven't
They
aged
haven't.
him.
Yeah, they haven't
They
aged
haven't,
him. Yeah.
they haven't aged him at all.
No. No.
Hmm.
Not at all.
So it's
Not
like
one
it'd
bit.
be interesting, like in the Shazam movie. I want to say he's like what 14, so he's a teenager.
Is he?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when Shazam 2 comes out, I guess he'll be a little bit older, you
Because if
know.
they use the same actor, sure, yeah, he's got to,
Right.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, how did they address that? But in the comic books and in cartoon media, they haven't aged Billy Batson. He's still
Nah.
between 10 and 14.
Yeah. Yeah. He's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's with comics, that's always been a running joke, kind of, thing. But and in Marvel, they actually attributed. Well, I don't know if it's Marvel is official on this, or if it's just the fans, but they've attributed, and maybe it's been hinted on, but the son of Fantastic Four of Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, Franklin Richards, right? He's a reality warping being. He can warp reality completely. Like he could cross multiverses. I mean, he could create galaxies in his palm of his hand. I mean, he's all powerful. He's like a god, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they say that because he was a kid, when he realized these powers, when he first started messing with them, they said that he is the reason why Marvel heroes never age, because he wanted to keep them who he knew them as in his mind. So he keeps the whole universe, all the universes, keeps them all from aging, just from kind of like it being in his subconscious. Yeah.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what excuse DC has for the heroes not aging. I mean, Batman ages. Batman ages, but that's about it. I haven't seen
Batman
anybody
don't
else.
even
Yeah,
age,
Batman,
man. Look.
Well, they did. They
Nightwing
gave
grew
old
up.
man
Nightwing's
Batman
like
an age.
25, 30, right? Dick
Right.
Grayson grew up. Jason Todd basically grew up. Tim Drake, now you have Damon. Batman ain't getting no older. That mug ain't got no gray hairs.
But he does.
Except
He
for
does.
Bruce.
And Frank
Right, that's
Miller,
what I'm saying.
remember
And
Old
Frank
Man
Miller's
Batman?
version, yeah, Old Man Batman,
Okay,
yeah.
well, in regular continuity, he don't.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Nah,
You're
I
right.
mean, no, you're right about that, right? But he doesn't. Yeah, Batman. Don't. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at
No,
this Batman
they
now.
never
And
Yeah,
did.
I'm
he looked
like,
like
I mean,
he look like he about 20.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Marvel started doing the old man this, old woman that, right? Old man Logan. They started in Old Man Hawkeye. There's all kind of old. There's old lady, and then now DC has old lady Harley Quinn.
yeah.
Yeah,
Old lady Harley Quinn.
yeah.
Mm.
Wow. I definitely got to read it. We need an old man Superman. Why can't we get an old man Superman?
I want an old man Superman, Batman, or old woman Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah.
Wonder
But you
Woman
know what?
probably wouldn't age that
You
much,
know what,
but
Spade? I did read in Batman and Superman versus Aliens and Predator. They talk about how Superman was getting older and he kind of lost a step.
mm-hmm,
But he don't really look. He looks a little older the way he was drawn.
mm-hmm,
But they talk about it a lot, like like he's a little old, and even he says it. Like he is like, yeah, I'm older now. I lost a step, but I still got it. Like I got it, but I lost a step, but I still got it.
Right.
And there was one instance where he was fighting a predator, and he was like, man, when I was younger, I'd have dodged that a lot quicker,
right.
than I do
Yeah,
I
now.
got that book. I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, so
And
although they
like,
don't,
like,
he hasn't had a gray hair. He does imply that he is older.
But it's like and I've often asked this. We've even talked about it on the show previously before. It's like in real life, we age, and if we work, like say we work a job, whether we are, sports player, or sport athlete, or
right,
a manager, sportscaster, or just a regular work, eventually you get old, your
professional
body
wrestler.
wear out, and you're gonna have to retire.
Right.
But they're gonna replace you with somebody else. It's like, why in the world can't superheroes do the same thing? And the reason I ask is because you hear people wanting all this reality in
Yeah,
superhero comics and stuff like that,
yeah,
but when they go for the change, then they regurgitate it, they reject it, they don't want it.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
That's
like,
true.
you say you want all this, like, well, man, I'm tired of Clark Kent being Superman. Okay, now John's Superman. Well, I don't want John being Superman. Okay,
Yeah,
well, I'm tired of Bruce Wayne being Batman. All right, fine. Then Nightwing took over. No, Bruce Wayne has to be Batman.
Right. We
He
got
can't
Terry
be
McGinnis now, right?
Batman
And then
ever.
they
now you
right.
got Fox though. You got Fox.
You got
Yeah.
Fox. We got Terry McGinnis, right?
hmm
Yeah.
Fox
So
son, yeah.
you have different people that's taking up the mantle of a superhero before. I think the problem is just like I'm gonna say DC. Since we talk about DC itself, they don't want to stand on no issue and be like, look, this is where we're going. You buy the book or don't buy the whatever. It's like they cave in, they planted too much stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, check this out. Since we talking about them classic joints, DC confirms that Reeves' Superman and Keaton's Batman are in the same universe.
Yep,
And
I
that is
read that.
Yes. Yeah. I read
spoilers
that.
for
Yeah.
Superman 78, number 3, guys. But DC Comics confirmed that both Christopher Reeve's Superman and Michael Keaton's Batman movies take place in the same universe. In a new comic, it's revealed that Burton's Gotham City coexists with Richard Donner's Metropolis. So y'all probably seen, I mean, we got Batman 89, which
hmm
is the continuation of the Tim Burton movies, you know what I'm saying? Billy D. Williams,
It's
Two-Face,
been
all of
good so far too. Yeah, it's been pretty
really
good.
good. And
Yeah,
then
I've
you
been
got
checking it out.
Superman 78, which continues from the from the movies there. So since Tim Burton's Batman movie released in 89, fans have wondered whether the Man of Steel existed in the same world as the Dark Knight, with Burton nearly making a Superman film starring Nicolas Cage. Did y'all see that documentary?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah, I saw it.
Man, I don't know. I think that would have been phenomenal. I think that would have been dope. Nick
No, I'm
Cage,
glad they didn't do it. I'm glad they
huh?
didn't do it.
Long hair
Yep.
Superman.
Yes, sir.
I'm,
Nope.
I'm
Yes, sir.
kind of
I
with
mean,
you on that one,
because
man.
remember,
Okay,
remember,
okay.
we had a long-haired Superman in the comics.
Right.
Man of
That's what they
Steel.
were going off of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
That's what it was based on.
yeah.
It
nah,
was
we
I
didn't
gonna be
want that.
based
remember
on
that
long hair
one.
Superman.
If it wasn't Nicolas Cage, come on, man, look what he did to Ghost Rider, man. Come on. Like
Nah, nah,
he
that's not his
literally,
fault. That's bad
whose
writing,
fault is
man.
that?
That's bad. That's just a bad
Ghost Rider
movie.
was horrible,
It's
bro.
just a bad movie.
The reason it was horrible because it like I gotta agree with Reno on that one because it was written poorly.
Exactly.
Stick with the
It was
Listen,
source
everyone
material.
that thinks about Nick Cage being Superman, they're like, what? But when you look at the screen tests on that documentary, when you look at the documentary, you look at the screen test, you look at how he was doing it, he was gonna pull it off. Like that was gonna be dope. I don't care what anybody said. It was gonna be dope. The reason that it did well, one of the reasons that people shot it down so fast is because they leaked the photo of Nick Cage in a suit that was like a Superman suit, but it was like clear and it had like lights in it and everything. And people thought that that was going to be the new Superman costume. What they didn't realize was that suit was like a healing chamber that he was wearing in a scene to heal his body that came from Krypton. But everyone thought that they're making this new Superman suit made out of clear rubber or whatever, and it had lights in it, and they were like, "What? No, get the fuck out of pitchforks and torches." You know what I'm saying? But they misinterpreted. They didn't know that
So,
scene. I mean, it was leaked. They didn't know what it was supposed to
so,
be.
so let me ask you a question. When you heard that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, what was your
I was
immediate response?
horrified.
Like, whoa! So why we can't be horrified at Nicolas Cage being Superman? I actually like Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought he
like Ben
played a
Affleck
great
as
Batman.
now.
Right.
I thought he was. I when I heard about Ben Affleck being Batman, I was like, I think he's gonna be a pretty good one. I was in the minority there because a lot of people were like, oh man, like he messed up Daredevil. This is gonna be horrible. Blah blah blah.
That's what we're talking about with Nick Cage. You're talking about Nick Cage messing up Ghost Rider, but Affleck messed up Daredevil, right? No, it's just that an actor works with what they got. You can't blame an actor when a movie sucks, unless they're the only problem. But the actors were not the only problem with Ghost Rider and Daredevil.
So what about Ghost Rider 2?
Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We got two bad movies. Not one bad Ghost Rider movie, but we got two bad Ghost Rider movies.
If I had to sit and there's somebody say I'm gonna make you got to pick watch one of these two Ghost Riders, it's gonna be the first one. I like the first one better.
The first one was way better, but who owns the rights to Ghost Rider movie wise? Who's that? Lionsgate? Is it Lionsgate?
I don't know, but it could. I mean, the way the movies came out, it should be Fox. I mean, the way they fucked up the X-Men, but if Nick Cage, if Affleck if Affleck could be whack in Daredevil, but then be a dope Bruce Wayne. See, I mean, for me, anyways, and I know a lot of people, when we thought about Affleck doing Batman, we were thinking young Affleck. We weren't thinking gray hair Affleck. You know what I mean? We weren't thinking mature Affleck. We're thinking Affleck that we've seen in the past that's been in movies, and that would have been whack. But he's older, he's mature, he's got the gray hair, you know what I mean? But I think Lisa Noble said Sony owns the Ghost Rider franchise.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Well, Sony need to do something. Come on, we know Sony can do better than that.
They can.
I mean, we know they can do a whole lot better. Yes, and they should have. I mean, we got? Ghost Rider was like that first Godzilla movie. He was in the movie maybe 12 minutes. Like you made a Godzilla movie. And it's called Godzilla. And Godzilla literally is in the movie 12 minutes. I don't know what that See, look, I didn't know, right? I didn't know there was it. Right. And guess what, Lito? You've been doing okay so far, right? And you still sleep at night. And you still sleep at night, Lito.
Yeah, you're not missing.
Yeah, you still sleep at night. You ain't missing nothing, bro.
But back to this news here, because with Burton nearly making a super film starring Cage, it seemed that he was the version of Clark Kent that would coincide with Keaton's Bruce Wayne. As it never happened, the possibility of Keaton's Batman meeting a version of Superman remained a fantasy. As the Reeve movie canon continues in comics, though, Superman 78, the Keaton Batman is also expanding in Batman 89. Recently, there was a clue that the two series might share a universe in Superman 78 number 3. The issue includes two back-to-back references, both Bruce Wayne and Batman. The Gotham Gazette magazine and a Daily Planet newspaper. The cover of the Gazette includes an image of Bruce with a story that teases that he is returning to Gotham after a long time away. The headline on the front of the Daily Planet references the Batman, hinting that Cape Crusader is still a mysterious vigilante to the press. Long before Tim Burton's first installment, while the two franchises don't exactly tie in with each other, it seems that Batman's career overlaps with Kent's time as a reporter. Superman 78 follows Kal-El as he faces Brainiac and his impending invasion of Earth. The comic book continuation is expanding the film's scale. For this reason, the reference to Gotham's silent guardian doesn't seem like a big deal, as Superman is saving the planet. However, it might have implications down the line, as both Batman 89 and Superman 78 are limited series, with the sole purpose of giving fans stories that the movies never provided. It seems particularly intentional, given that the two references occur next to each other. So theoretically, a team up between Keaton's Batman and Christopher Reeve's Superman would come chronologically after both of their series came to an end. As Batman Returns released in 92, Superman's final installment came in 1987. A crossover would be an epic way to expand both Superman and Batman's limited series, opening the door for more team ups to come. I mean, they're separated by 10 years, like 78, 89, whatever's going on in 78. That's 10 years before, Keaton's Batman. But when we did, Keaton's Batman, when we met Keaton and Burton's Batman, he was already a seasoned Batman. He wasn't like that wasn't like a year 2, year 1 Batman. That was
what do you mean? You mean in the last movie, Batman vs Superman, or
no? In Batman,
Michael Keaton,
Batman 89,
Tim Burton Batman.
Yeah. He was already established.
Guy, right?
Yeah. Well, this new Batman film is based on a younger Batman. As he's just getting started.
Year 1.
That's why that's why. Well, a little further than year 1. They said
year 2.
It's year 1 or 5, something like that. Maybe 5, 2 to 5.
I think
I know it's
first 1 or 2 years into being Batman.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's kind of, it's just super early, but not so early that he's green, but it's early. He's very young. That's why the Batmobile looks the way it does. It's not as high tech as it usually is. He's still doing the mechanics on it. Because in those early years, before he hired Lucius Fox, he was doing all the work. And I remember reading a comic where the Batmobile was like big as a tank, and it took up almost the whole road. So shout outs to Lucius Fox and Lucius Fox Industries for giving us a dope Batmobile.
Yeah, and it's year 2. Robert Pattinson's debut in Dark Knight Returns is time to consider that Batman Year 2 setting may risk creating a villain problem for future films. Which, that makes sense. But Batman Year 2 was a comic, right? There was a DC comic called Batman Year 2. The 4-part 1987 comic arc featuring Batman originally appeared in the American Comic Book Detective Comics 575 through 578. A little run, but Batman Year 2. So I bet you that shit is going through the roof. I bet you Batman Year 2 is an expensive book right now.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
might be.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Well, I do know the vid.
Once the word get out, it will be.
It will be, yeah. So you better go get it after tonight's show. But we do know that Riddler is the main protagonist in this,
and Penguin too.
Well, Riddler and Penguin. So
because it's not bad actually. You can get Detective Comics 575 First Reaper 1987 Year 2 Part 1 for about $20 to $40.
It's not bad. I might have to jump on that. Get a tag slapped.
I'm gonna grab this all 4 of them, 575 through 578.
78.
Oh, they want $125 for all 4.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's still that's not bad at all.
It's about $20 a comic. A little less than $20 a comic.
No, that's not less than 20 a comic. $125 for 4.
That's
over.
That's a little over. That's a little over $20 a comic.
Yeah, it's like it's 30 a comic. It's like
30 a comic. Yeah, 30 a comic. Yeah.
Yeah, we're mathematicians over here, guys. All right, so they've got one for $99. Yeah, we're mathematicians.
One of them is $99.
No, you can get all 4 for $99.
Oh, okay. I was getting sorry
on eBay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no, okay, you're gonna pay another $22 in shipping because it's overseas.
Oh wow!
So don't jump on that one. But $125. You can grab all 4 right now on eBay. We kind of do that here. We kind of give you guys heads up on stuff. So, but each issue, $10 to $20 an issue, or you can get them slabbed. You can get a slabbed one for let's see. Well, that's 8.5. Nobody wants that.
I'll take it. I'll take it because you're gonna be pressed hard to find a 9 or 9.0 or higher.
You can get a
So I'll take it.
9.6. You can get a 9.6 for
How much?
$119 of
Oh, I'll
How
take
much?
that.
yeah,
I rather
575.
119. I'd rather pay
119.
that. I'd rather pay that than
Damn,
pay for the
Yeah,
that's
four.
a deal,
Yeah, I'd
man.
that's a good
rather.
price.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
deal. Yeah, I'd rather.
nope. We got one for $75.
Well,
9.6.
oh, wait a minute. Are you serious?
9.6 right now.
I'm
Shit.
going on. I'm going on eBay. I'm on eBay right
And you want to
now.
jump
Bro.
on that because there's a 9.8 is $479. The
Are you
9.6
serious?
is one for $156. Okay. But then there's this 9.6 is right here, guys. Jump on this $75.
I'm about to jump on it right now while
$75.
we sitting here. You get on
Yeah,
eBay right now.
Detective Comics 575. Type this in Detective Comics 575 CGC 9.6. Year 2 story begins. $75, $12 shipping right now, guys. Yeah, hop on that.
Do they got a best offer?
No.
Yeah, because I'm definitely I definitely got to make them come down on that shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in
I'll
my
take
cart.
$75 minus 12.
And there's another one for $109. That's another.
That's not bad either. That's not bad
good
either.
deal. Yeah, that's another.
That's
good
actually
deal.
doable. You know, we doing the shows. You got everybody here buying comics now.
Oh yeah, yeah,
People
man.
don't like
Definitely.
9.6. Like I've seen people like just avoid 9.6 as like the plague. Like I don't think that's
I'll take a
bad at all.
9.6.
Like I'll jump on a
I'll take a
9.6.
9. I'll take anything in the 9 region.
I'm
9
gonna tell you
1,
why.
9 2.
Because look, if you get a 9.6 for say $100, the 9.8's gonna be like $400. It's not worth a point, 2 points. It's not. It's not. I mean, it just
Right.
don't know. I don't
Some
know why.
people it is.
To some people,
Remember,
it is.
what was the we had the females on the one
Women of Comics,
yeah, Cash and Cream and Cash
Cream of Cash, Amber. Yeah.
Amber. What did Amber say? And she was right. Amber said we got to stop letting. We got to set the price. We can't let the seller set the price. We set the price. And if we continue to buy and dive into
Overpriced
it,
comics, then they're gonna
right? Then they're gonna keep giving us overpriced stuff. We're gonna keep paying for it. Like
Mhm.
I agree with her. I agree with her 100%.
Oh,
Like
100%. Because like that's why
yeah,
the whole industry is the way. I mean, right now the industry, the price of comics is through the roof. Through the roof. It's never been near this high. I mean, it's exponentially more than it's ever been. And it's because unexperienced collectors hopped in the hobby during COVID and all of that and started buying it for whatever price. And sellers were like, okay, you're gonna pay that, then we're gonna get
I'll
it.
take it. You got with the scalpers on eBay. eBay is a vulture. I mean, I like eBay, but it's become a vulture.
It's a cesspool.
Vulture culture. Yes, a cesspool of vulture
It
culture.
is, man. Because
Come on, look.
I've
All
really
right.
seen like what
If you want to buy comics, buy them on Instagram. Buy them from the Madman of Comics.
Yeah, exactly. Because look at PlayStation 5, right? Comes out, right? Scalpers use bots to get literally as many as they can get, and they're selling them for double, triple the
For a
price.
brand, yeah.
Brand new, like I mean, who does that? Like, it should be a law against that. I mean, I can see if you mark it up 5%, 10%. That's
Oh, it's
cool.
like with
You can
the.
do
I
it.
mean, it's like what I go through with the GI Joe classified figures. Like, you still can't even get a Cobra Viper for
I
less than
refuse to buy them.
$100, and I will
I
not
refuse to buy them, Reno. I
never
refuse to
pay
buy
it.
them,
I
Reno.
would
If
never pay. I've
Reno,
never paid a
if I
scalp price.
can't get it retail,
Couldn't get a beachhead for less than $100 forever. I didn't pay. Boom, they hit shelves. MSRP. I bought that shit 20 something dollars. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? And he's the brown eye.
That's the rare one. We just found out the rare one is brown eyed. Yes. Yeah. I'm the same way, Reno. If I can't get it off the shelf, my GI Joe classified, I won't buy them. I literally will not buy GI Joe classified unless I can get it off the store.
But I don't see. I'm kind of in a weird spot with that because they just dropped the Alley Viper, which is remember him with the all orange and blue. He had the shield and the face mask that come down. Remember that fucker?
Yeah, he was dope.
They got him on classified, looking just like he did in the 80s, but 6.75 inches or whatever, and phenomenal. But I never saw a pre-order for him or anything, and they hit shelves.
Me either.
People just blah, blah, blah. And I don't understand these people that they're army builders. Like, there's people I've seen with 50 fucking Vipers. Like, why do you need 50 of one character? Well, okay, I get it. You're building on.
So you
What are
can
you
have,
doing?
because
You're not doing
you can't
anything
take
with
over
it.
the world. Vino, you can't take over the world with one Viper. I
Exactly.
mean, come on.
But you can't take over the world with a bunch of plastic toys. You're not doing anything with it. I could see for your diorama maybe having 10 of them or something like that. But 50? Like, what are you doing?
You need 50. You want to make it look like you got an army, bro.
You got an army, but for what? For your shelf?
To take over the world. Or a shelf.
Take over the shelf.
Take over the shelf.
You're going to take over all that space. That's what you're going to take over. All that space.
Exactly.
And you can't.
Bargain.
What are you doing, Zartan?
I mean, think about it, Reno. I mean, come on. Who in their right mind would just get 1 or 2 Vipers? You need 50. You need 100.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, if you don't have the money, you need 20.
Exactly. If you don't have the money, you need 20. I'll take that.
If you don't have the money, you need 20. If you're trying to buy 50 and 100 and like you can't buy you nothing to eat, put no gas in your car, then you way overspent.
You way overspent. But G.I. Joe, but G.I. Joe classifiers are like that. And I personally don't understand, what the big, I mean, they're dope, but I don't understand what the big deal is, why people got to buy them and then sell them for like 5 times the price on eBay. I don't get that.
It's just like this, man. And I'm gonna say this with just about anything that's collectible. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay.
That's what I always say.
Me and Cook, we were in Mississippi at the Mississippi Con. We went down there the first day. We went to a comic book shop. I seen a comic book. I want to say it was a Shield. No, it's DC Day, but I'm gonna get back into it. But I bought that book for like $20.
Your mic is wiggle your mic or something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it's real. You're real.
Yeah.
Okay, what about now?
That's better.
That's better.
But me and Chris were like, I bought a She-Hulk comic book at a comic book shop down there for like $20. I go to the convention, somebody has it, the same book, but it's in worse condition than the one I bought at the comic book shop for $60. And I was like, yeah, no. I'm like, because this book that I have now, it might not be a 9.4. It looked like it was like, between an 8.7 and 9.2. It's a great looking book. Right. But the one a vendor was trying to sell at the convention, man, his was like a 6 or a 7. It was just bad shape. And I'm like, so you trying to sell this book for $60? And I just bought it for $20. But somebody might see it and might want it. So like I said, it's only valuable if somebody's willing to pay. And if people want to, mark up that PlayStation price, and somebody be like, well, I ain't got no PS5, so I'll pay $1,000. Well, that's you. That's fine. I'm like, I ain't gonna do it.
If I didn't have one, I would never get one. I'd be like, well, I guess I missed this run.
You were lucky though.
I'm not paying. Oh God, yeah. But I wouldn't pay $1,000 for one. It wouldn't happen.
Nope.
I'd be like, nah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it, bro.
It's not worth it. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I got no video game to play if I don't do it. My thing is though, I'm a PC gamer. Like I don't care nothing about consoles. The PC is where it's at. If you got the right graphics card, you're gonna look way better than any next gen console anyway. Like my
get a 3080. 3080 is console and above. So,
it's above. Shit, you can make a 2080. You can make a 2080 Super look better than next gen than PS5. It's gonna have a better frame rate.
You can go with a 1630. You can go with a 1630 or 1650 Ti, man. You don't really have to go as high as 3080, but
nah, you don't. Guys, right now, there's no game that plays that needs 3080, unless you're just trying to run it on 120 frames for whatever reason you want. But
no, right. Unless you're trying to do 8K. Yeah, you're trying to get the, and then you gotta have you need a lot of extra stuff to even make it. Like you need a better monitor. It's a lot that goes into
it. That can that can provide you anything more than what it has. You know what I mean? You're never gonna see a freckle on the character's ass if a freckle wasn't put there because it's not. It's too small. I don't know. Right. I know what I'm talking about.
All right, I got a question. We gonna get back to the DC part now.
Yeah, let's
so
get
I got
back
a question that people been asking at me, and a lot of people been discussing just over the years. Is Batman Returns a Christmas movie or not?
Huh?
Yes, sir. 100%. I watch it every Christmas. Yes, sir.
I never thought about that, but it's absolutely a Christmas movie.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But people are like, man, it's not a Christmas movie. I'm like, oh, yes, it is.
It is. It very much is.
It is a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Got snow. They got the lights. It's going on. Mm-hmm. Christmas is happening. You got the fucking candy canes or whatever. It's very Christmassy. And then like I feel like I always think of Batman 1 as a summer movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is. Yeah.
And I think it dropped in the summer. I remember that summer vividly. It was a big summer for movies. I always felt like it was never gonna be that way again. Like it was so big, and then I guess Returns came out in the Christmas joint, around Christmas or whatever. But all right, guys. So it's 7:35. I know, Stu, you got to be to work and whatnot, but we'll holler at y'all Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for hip hop and comics. And of course, every Wednesday, Saturday as well, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hip hop and comics. Y'all go over to Instagram and check out. We have a couple of raffles going on. Something That's Killing the Children, issue 1 through 19, all first printings, plus 6 variant covers. I'm raffling the whole thing, all 26 issues, $20 a raffle spot, or 6 spots for $100. If you get the 6 for $100, it also gives you 2 free spots on a big raffle that we're doing December 18th, where we're giving away a short box full of 130 plus premium comics and 3 slabs and 3 slab stands and some extra stuff. And then second place is going to get 2 slabs, 12 comics, and like an Iron Man wall clock. Third place gets a slab, 8 comics, so like a signed print or something like that. T-shirt maybe. Fourth place gets a slab, like 5 comics and like something extra. So big prizes, a lot of prizes, and those are free. You can get on that raffle absolutely free. Spots are free. Just buy comics from us, from the Madmen of Comics. Every $50 you spend on comic books, you get a free spot on that raffle. And then, of course, the Something That's Killing the Children raffle, $20 a spot. Check me out on Instagram, 6th_element_comics. We will see you there. Stu Dog, anything you want to say?
I love all of y'all.
I love everybody.
You throw him off, man. You throw him off with that, man. You throw him off with that. Nah. Tune in on Monday. Check us out. We got any special guests coming Monday or no?
I was just trying to think of that, but I don't think it's this Monday. So no. But usually we do. And who knows? Somebody might stop in. We always have surprise guests and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's why I pop in and do the damn thing. Yeah.
All right, Spade, you want to say anything? Where you gonna be at tomorrow? Total Fandom, whatever.
Let's see. Tomorrow, Total Fandom. Cooks and I, we're gonna have probably have Marvelous Monthly on the show. So nice. We'll be chatting up some more DC stuff. New 52. Ask him about how he did with the New 52 from a salesman, comic book store owner sales point.
Yeah. So that'll be dope. Shout out to Marvelous Muncie, and thank you, Muncie, man, for all that you've done for us and looking out for me. You sent me some dope posters and comics, man. Muncie's the man. That's my homie.
Muncie is the man. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Salute to Muncie. We'll talk soon, brother. Peace out.
Peace.